Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back for your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Telcoin, aka Tel. So with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. So I have been warning people about Tel for a while because back in 2020 and 2021, Telcoin was a massive winner. And I do think that this time around, it's going to continue to shine. Is it going to continue to shine as much as it did back in 2021? We don't know yet, right? We still have to be very patient. But regardless, I feel as though at this point, a lot of people think that I talk about Telcoin or specific projects because, oh, there's a lot of hype behind it now, oh, because it's pumping and things like that. But realistically speaking, when we look at Telcoin and when we look at a lot of those projects, I do warn everyone about these projects heavily over on X, in the free Discord, and even in the Patreon and also the Crypto Wealth Network. You need to pay attention to a lot of these things because there's a lot of information that I'm giving out for free. Obviously, yes, the Patreon and stuff like that are paid, but there's so much information that I put out regarding these projects. And Telcoin, I was talking about this heavily in the bear market. Back in August of 2022, I said, I strongly believe Tel will shock a lot of individuals going into the next cycle. And this was August 14th, 2022. Then, in December, just recently, I said the next leg up on Tel is going to be wild. I've been watching it just going sideways for a while now after it broke out. What I have been really focused on is how fast the team has been moving. It's kind of crazy. They also have some big plans in the pipeline, like becoming a bank. And then also, January 5th, when we had the major exploit happen, I said, want to win big in this next cycle, focus on the projects that improved greatly since the last bull run. New all-time highs are not a guarantee, but they could retest close to them as at least. One of the biggest plays I have accumulated is Tel, due to them improving massively since the previous bull run. If you haven't looked into Tel yet, I really think you should, and do a deep dive as well. There is so much information to uncover. I might even do a deep dive on the channel, which I did. Digital asset bank, mobile banking, mass adoption of DeFi, and so much more. Keep this one on your watch list. And then just recently, in the free Discord, when we were at the lows, I said, Tel is ready to squeeze 40% plus from here. And again, this is in the free Discord. This is no paid groups or anything like that. I personally see this move brewing the same way it was brewing right before the move in October and November. And this was, guess what? This was a pretty significant move on Tel. Because if we are going off of that level, we were in my demand zone, this new area of interest off of those lows. This is where I was buying heavy on Telcoin. This is back in September, October, things like that. But regardless, I was also buying back in August of 2022 and even in June of 2022 during the summertime. But off of those lows, right, we already moved over 180% plus. On the top of this wick, it was over 200%. Now, where we are at, there is probably going to be a pullback. Something like we saw back in February of 2021 when we hit this level at about roughly 0.0044. Then we pulled all the way back down. Now, again, this candle wick was all the way down at 0.0026. I'm mainly watching to see us backtest resistance and actually flipping it into support around 0.00279. So if we do get a backtest of this level, guys, this is going to be the new area to be buying Telcoin and actually accumulating it right around resistance. So something like this would be preferred, where we actually get a retest of this and then a significant move to the upside. Now, we'll probably brew a little bit there because if we go back here, there was multiple weekly candles. There was actually 3 in a row where we just kind of ranged sideways around this level before we got that next leg up. But once we got that next leg up, the next area up here at about 0.0083 is where we will most likely go to before having any significant pullback. Mainly the resistance is around 0.0075. But regardless, we are on our way to the upside on Telcoin. Like I said, I warned everyone ahead of time on Tel. That is not me being, egotistical and saying, hey, look, I called this one right. No, I don't care about that. But regardless, I want you all to understand that there's so many great opportunities out there in the space. All you really have to do is look for them. There's a lot of great projects. Focus on them, research them. And if you don't have the time to research them or even look into them, like I said, I do offer the free Discord. We drop a bunch of gems in there, but I also offer the Patreon. I also offer the Discord group. And even on my X account, guys, I put out a ton of information and a ton of great projects as well that you could look into. So definitely focus on all avenues if you aren't already. Now, outside of that though, one of the biggest events just recently was MWC. This was a big event. This is MWC Barcelona 2024, was a huge success. This happened on March 3rd through the 6th. We have 101,000 plus attendees, 2,700 plus exhibitors, sponsors, and partners, 205 countries and territories, and plus 26% adjacent industries in attendance. So this was actually a very, very large event. Very big news coming out from this event as well. Like I said, there's a lot of great projects there, a lot of great teams there. Telcoin was one of the teams there. There was a lot of great big companies like Accenture being represented there as well. It was just a great event overall. If you haven't been focused on this, if you haven't been looking into it, I highly suggest everybody go and check out this event and some of the highlights. Telcoin did put out some great highlights. The number one thing that I was focused on was this update actually from the Telcoin team that got posted on March 8th. Now I'm going to play this. Hopefully YouTube doesn't mute it because there's background music, so they might mute it because of copyright things. But regardless, last week at MWC 2024, Telcoin COO took the stage for a panel discussion about blockchain, crypto, and stablecoins with fintech and banking industry leaders. Listen to some of his highlights below. Check this out.
We are a multinational fintech startup focused on driving decentralized financial applications underpinned by blockchain technology. We do this in close collaboration with our mobile carrier or telco partners who provide that critical last mile connectivity into the wallet and also help to preserve the integrity of our blockchain network. But the key differentiation is this network would be validated and secured by mobile carriers, which are essentially GSMA members, so they are able to participate in this, harvest issuance and earn transaction fees, but also ensure the network is secured for the cross-border use case that I was talking about. Global remittances, P2P, especially addressing the underserved markets. If you want to do it at cheap or near zero cost fee and provide an access especially to these unbanked people, then the privately issued stablecoin provides a credible solution and alternative.
So with that being said, right, they're obviously focused on a lot of great initiatives around cross-border payments, banking, things like that. We have been putting a spotlight on that. You know, Telcoin does want to become a bank at some point in time. And I do think that they're kind of setting the stage for that already. Remember that Telcoin has been trying to reach mass adoption of DeFi initiatives and services for a while through their application. They are trying to bank individuals through their phone. That's always been the focus around banking the unbanked as well. But regardless, right, they already connect with all of the major US banks within the DeFi space as well through their application, which is a big plus. But also outside of that, right, stablecoins. Stablecoins are obviously a big focus. They are focused on stablecoins, and we even have over here that the CCO spoke this afternoon on a panel titled The Transformative Path with Blockchain, and we certainly intend to transform the narrative around stablecoins and how blockchain can empower telecoms and their subscribers globally. Even if we go back over here, right, they do mention stablecoins briefly just in this post. But then also if we go to their recent LinkedIn, if we go all the way back to 5 months ago, where they put out a post regarding the Telcoin app, this is what I mean. They're trying to bank the unbanked through their applications. We have that the app supports over a dozen stablecoins for storing, sending, and trading on DeFi. So pretty much the entire DeFi space in crypto is represented on their application already, and I think that it's already connected with some of the biggest banks out there. I know every single bank in the US is connected through their application or could be connected through their application, which is a big plus. Like I've said, that's a big lift. But also, just recently at this event, somebody got a picture of this booth where we have digital cash, which if we go back to that video, it's the one on the right side there where it says Telcoin Bank. So on the left side, we have blockchain with the Telcoin network. And then on the right side, we have the Telcoin Bank. And this says that global stablecoin subscribers can trust I don't know what the first word here is, but it's blank, instant, borderless remittances, treasury, and inter-carrier settlements. So that is very significant. And like I said, it's right on par with their original focus on becoming a bank. Like I said, the Telcoin team has been making significant strides. And for anyone wondering, no, I'm not sponsored or paid or anything like that by the Telcoin team. This is because I have been focused on information regarding Telcoin. Guys, I don't need to be paid by any project. I don't get paid by any project. I do the research, I find significant information, and I deliver it to you guys. And what we have been seeing from the Telcoin team has been nothing short of incredible. They have been fully focused on making sure that they are at the forefront of this revolution happening around finance, especially even around DeFi. But also, over here, from KMD CO2, we have people easily forget that 90 days after January 1st, 2024 is the effectivity of, and you're still shocked why TEL is flying, something has started, and it's not just any individual buyers. The decision on the digital asset depository will be operated. Not everything is posted about each and every company details. It's just that you see the outcome dropping all along. And here we have, within 90 days after receipt of the transcript of the public hearing, the director shall render a decision on the application based on the following criteria and requirements. And this is a filing that got filed on the 9th, of December. And this is regarding the banking license. This is all regarding their move towards becoming a crypto bank, or a DeFi bank, if you will. These moves are very big for a project the size of Telcoin, and I'm very excited for the future regarding Tel. Now, also, big shout out to Liberty Lad. He actually put out a post back in October, and the reason why I want to bring this back up is because I really want to address the significance of Telcoin. So this is actually my video that I put out when I did a full breakdown of Telcoin back in October. And he even said that I stated in my recent video, which I did, mobile phone users are now projected to reach 7.5 billion users worldwide by 2025. And if we actually look at this chart, you could see that 7.5 billion is the projected number of mobile phone users by 2025. Now, he also puts a quote here from myself, but I think that the quote is a little bit messed up. But regardless, I said if you could grasp just some percentages of that market, this is huge. Penetrating the mobile phone user base is huge. And when we look at Telcoin, yes, they are fully focused on banking through phones, and they are working alongside some of the biggest names out there, like the GSMA, for an example, which is a leader behind mobile network operators, MNOs. And if we think about that, right, like look at Telcoin, right? Like when we look at the position that Telcoin is in, the overall focus of their application, what they have been doing, they have been absolutely killing it. I truly think that this is one that is doing things a little bit more differently because they're trying to bank just through phones. And I think that they're like the only one that has had the significant movement that they have had versus any other player in the space within that realm, which is another big thing to note. And it's because of the UI as well, which we even have the UI/UX design is simplified to help onboard the masses. Ideally, Telcoin will be installed on users' phones as a white label by those MNOs in a simplified manner through a software update with simple instructions on how to access a slew of financial products directly to customers without the need for a bank. Think powered by Telcoin instead, right? And that's where we talk about white label applications. A lot of people actually forget the white label application idea. It's a big deal. But regardless, right, if we look at the future of Telcoin, I'm mainly just basing this off of the Telcoin all-time high from 2021. This is almost $3 billion in market cap. It's just roughly 4 cents almost. It's a 10.38x away from here. Now, would this be too crazy to be realized in? No. And realistically speaking, if we go back to the chart, right, and we look at some of these buy zones that I've had on the chart for a very long time, and we'll just go off of the average, right? We'll just go off of this level. So the reason why I don't need to see like any crazy price action is because even at 4 cents, we're talking about roughly almost a 27.5x. Now, do I think that it could go significantly higher? Do I think that it can go to 10 cents? Could it go to 20 cents? Yeah, it can, but I'm mainly basing it off of the prior, all-time high in terms of market cap. If we just go to the recent all-time high, then we're still talking about roughly a 45x. If we're talking about 10 cents, which has been a focus of mine for a little bit of time, that would be roughly a 70x return from those levels down there. And if we're talking about from this pullback region, if we get it, because it's not guaranteed, I'll just go off the top of this, we're still talking about roughly a 32x away, which is still pretty significant. But regardless of that, this is the number one reason why I've always said that Telcoin is going to shock a lot of people. And I don't think that it has just yet, but I do think that by the end of the cycle, it will have. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.